Hey, this is Ethan with Pogie's Fishing Center. We're out here for episode 1 of Pogie's on the Water. We'll be fishing again today with Capt. Matt Littleton. We're hoping to target redfish, trout, maybe, but our big goal for today is find some redfish. Like last week when we aired this episode, make sure you like and share it and comment, and maybe you'll get a free trip like Mr. Chris.
Hey, I'm Chris Scuron. I'm from Winterville, North Carolina. I came down here to fish with Ethan and Captain Matt, and Pogie's hooked me up with this trip. Hopefully we'll find some redfish today. I like to redfish out of my kayak, but I've never really had the opportunity to sight fish out of a boat for redfish in the wintertime, so hopefully we'll find them. A whole bunch of them. Yep.
They're right there on that point.
Sweet.
I see them now. They're right beside us. They're over here, over there, over here.
All right, we just got back catching redfish with Captain Matt Littleton. First couple hours this morning, we struggled to find some reds, saw a couple wakes, and they just weren't eating for us. So we moved a few spots and finally ended the day. The last 45 minutes of the trip, found a huge school, about 200 reds, and they were all chewing. So we all got an opportunity to catch some redfish. I'll be honest, I don't think it mattered what we threw at them. They were gonna eat regardless. I was throwing a trout-eye jig head Z-Man with a Z-Man paddle tail, and they hit it almost every time. So I had a fantastic time out here with Captain Matt. His experience being able to sight those redfish really showed up today, helped us out.
My name's Captain Matt Littleton. I'm owner of Friendly City Fishing Charters. I run inshore trips right here in the Swansboro, Elmwood Isle surrounding area. And we're right here at Casper's Marina today, running out of here. This time of year, my primary fish that we like to target is our red drum. It's the time of year that they're going to school up, and it's just, if you can find the fish, it's fun fishing. It's the stuff that, you know, dreams are made of, and it's what we made our intention to do today. So today, whenever we got out, we went to a few spots that fish had been at for me. Fortunately, the first 3 spots we went to, all the groups of fish had moved. There were a few lingers hanging around. We put some casts on, but nothing really came of it. So we called a quick audible just to go put some fish in the boat and went and caught some spike trout. No real keepers mixed in, just, you know, something fun to cast and reel on. And then right there at the end of the day, whenever the tide got right where I wanted it to be, we went to another group of fish, and luckily they were there and they decided they wanted to play with us, so we had us a good little fun right there at the end of the day. All the guys were good sports with everything. I had some good anglers on the boat today that really knew what they were doing, so it wasn't too hard for them to be able to sight the fish and be able to cast to them, and it's just a lot of fun whenever you can get set up on those fish like that. So today we were throwing these 7-foot medium rods on these fish. This time of year they don't quite fight like they do in the summertime. You can get away with a medium light. I'm using 2500 reels. I use Penn and Fenwick exclusively. They're just the brands that seat me and feel the best for me. 10-pound spotter wire, you really don't ever need to go over 10 pound. I mean, you're not gonna break a fish off on 10-pound braid. It's just something that really holds well with the fish. Today we were using a different variety of baits. You know, early in the season like this, it's fun just to use a bunch of stuff so you can see what they'll hit, but your darker colors in this clear water really help out so the fish can see them. Right here we got a Fathom Pro inshore jig head on a Zoom Golden Brim. This is a combo they really love. If you're in a grassier area though, you're probably gonna have to stay away from an exposed jig head and move to something weedless. Whenever we fish weedless, I can't preach enough about the 4-inch paddler from Z-Man. I like the smelt color. I think it's hard to beat. It's just an all natural looking bait and it has such a great action in the water. Whenever you rig that weedless, you hardly ever have to worry about picking up any kind of gunk or junk on it. It's just a really, really good bait with a good action. And if you can get that in front of a fish without spooking him, I'll just about guarantee he'll eat every time. Another thing I do love about these baits is the areas that come exposed for them, ready to be able to hold scent. This time of year when there's not a lot of bait around, the fish are a little less active. You can't preach enough about the value of scent, and ProCure really does that for you. Today we were using inshore saltwater. This time of year, inshore saltwater and blue crab really work well for both of them. So today we used a good little bit of inshore saltwater. Blue crab works just fine. It's really just making sure you have a good scent on the baits, and these supercharged, sticky, nasty, gooey gel that ProCure makes is perfect for it.